Hey, one and all, glad you're here to read again. Good to have you guys. How are you doing today? Hope that you're doing well, whether it's morning, noon, night, or evening. What are you guys up to? So, guys, thank you so much for being here to read today. And today we are going to be continuing our reading session on hobbies. And this is our final slide on hobbies. So next time in our reading session, we'll just be reading from the top. All right. Guys, go ahead. Let me know where you're from, where you're tuning from, so that we can begin. Come on. My friends from India here, others from Pakistan here. Really good to have you guys. Let me know. You're here. And today I'm going to be saying hello to our new subscribers. We have some new subscribers, and it's always good to have new subscribers. So today we're going to take that opportunity to say hello to our new subscribers. All right, guys, please go ahead and share the live outcomes. Go ahead and share it to someone who you know might be interested in learning how to read. Thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate you being here. Go ahead, guys. I'm giving you the time to share the live. Share it with someone who you know might be interested in learning how to read English. That's what we do here. We learn how to read English. Are you guys having fun reading English here all the time with me? Well, I think you are having lots of fun. And remember, guys, you can tell me what topics you want me to read about. When you tell me the topics, I'm gonna be sure to complete those topics. So go ahead, guys, and let me see you sharing some topics in the comment section so that I can know what topics you guys are interested in reading about. All right, so now, hello, our new subscribers are. Let me say shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. It is such a pleasure having you guys there. Our new subscribers are Ima Singh. Thank you so much for being here, Ima. And it would be good for you to tell us where you're from, Ima. Where you're from. Tell us where you're from, Ima. We are always happy to learn about new places. Also, let's welcome Yusam Teen. Yusam Teen. And guys, remember, I may not have a correct pronunciation for your names because in English, these names may be pronounced differently than you would pronounce them from your own language. So it would be good for you to give me the correct pronunciation if I do not pronounce your names correctly. Okay, guys? So you sang Tien. Also, we have Madhu Kane. Nidie, Nidie, Madhu Kane, Nidie. Thank you so much for being here. And our next subscriber, Alishba Koka. Alishba Koka. Alishba Koka. Thank you so much for being here. And Visan, Madhu, and Alishba, please tell us where you're from. It would be so good to hear where you guys are from and to hear more about your life. So Come on, guys. Let's go ahead now and let's begin our reading session. Are you ready, ready, ready? Are you ready, 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 ready? Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I hope that you're ready. Let's go. All right. So remember, this is our last reading session on the topic my hobbies. Our last reading session on the topic my hobbies. This is episode 9. So today, let's practice to read in English about hobbies. Remember, hobbies, what they mean. By now, I'm sure that you know what hobbies are. And if anybody wants to tell us in the comment section, we'll be grateful for that. So now let's begin. So we said hobbies are things that we do to pass time. These include whatever you might have interest in or whatever you might do for relaxation or for pleasure. So some of the hobbies that you might be interested in might be swimming, dancing, reading, interacting, tasting new cuisines, playing sports, just sitting with nature and having your own relaxed time. Also, it might be a fun walk, a hike. All these things can be your hobby. Painting, playing instrument, that can also be a hobby. So it's just basically whatever you have interest in and you do it often and you do it during your spare time or free time. So one of the popular words you hear people use when you're talking about hobbies is the word free time or spare time or leisure. All those would be the same as hobbies. Okay, guys. So please get active, comment in the comment section, and let's chat. Now it's time for us to look at the words that are presented before us. As always, we are going to be decoding the bigger words or the words that are longer, those words that look like you are not able to pronounce them correctly, or words that you may have never seen before, or words that you don't know their vocabulary, as in you do not know how to use them in context, or you simply do not know the meaning for them. These are the words that we are actually going to sound out or decode. And a lot of these words we have completely done before. So if you go back to our previous videos, you would see that some of these words we have done them. And we are just interested in getting you guys now to go over them so that you can practice. And with practice, you will do such a lovely job. So at this time, we are going to be looking at those longer words. If you're now joining, please guys click the like button and also comment in the comment section. Let us know where you're from and just say hello. We appreciate that. And thank you so much for being here. So let's begin. And we are going to begin with this small word. It's a small word, but if you do not know the way that this word is being broken down or this word is being decoded, it can ultimately cause you to mispronounce it. So the TH in the word, you put your tongue between your teeth to make the sound. So you hear the, and if, this. All right. So normally when this part of the word is by itself, you would hear is. But in this word, you're actually hearing the S make this sound. So always be careful. You cannot break this as a small word because it says is. So we hear the is, this. When you are using the word this, you are talking about something that is very close to you, something that you may be holding, or something that is very close to you. All right? As opposed to when you're using the word that. When you're using the word that, it means that that thing is away from you. All right? So that's how you know the difference in using this and in using that. Let's keep going, guys. Our next word, though it is a small word, it is often miscalled. And this word is miscalled because the A makes a sound like U. So we hear W, Z, and the S at the end actually makes a sound like Z. Remember, we learned when S comes before a vowel or after a vowel, a lot of times that S would take up the sound for the letter Z if you're using British English or the letter Z if you're using American English. So you hear the Z sound. So this word is pronounced as w, us, w, us, was. And this is actually the state of being in the past tense. In the past form, you would use the word was. Okay? So it is the verb to be when we use the word was and it is being used in the past form. So normally you would use this for the first and also for the third person. Our next word is the name m, a, n, a, n, a. Then we have ch making a sound like sh. So we hear sh. So here we say ish, mish. The e says e, and then we hear the two L make the sound me. Put it together, we hear L. So our word is M-E-Sh-L, Michelle. The E at the end is silent. And remember what we said about this word if you were here before, or if you're now learning it, then I hope that's something that you will always remember. That a lot of times this word, because it's a name, you would find it commonly being pronounced as Michelle. However, in some parts of the world, you would hear people pronounce it differently because CH can make the ch sound. It can also make the k sound. So sometimes you hear someone say Michelle, you hear someone say Mikel, and some persons would even pronounce the E at the end. So you might hear Micheli, you might hear Michelle, and so on. And that is fine because it is a name. However, if you're reading, just be sure to use the most common pronunciation of the name, which is Michelle. Like in the case of President Obama's wife, Michelle Obama. All right? Good, guys. You got that? If you got it, let me know, guys. All right? I believe you have it. So let's keep going. Ready to go? We are ready. Our next word. And this word is a word that we have been doing all the time. So, guys, let's get active with this one. G and R together, we hear gr. Then we add a small word and we add d now to make it a new word, and. So an is used before a vowel, as in an, a word that begins with a vowel, or a noun that begins with a vowel, like in the case of an orange, an egg, and on the other hand is used to join two things together. So if you're talking about two persons, you would say the first person name along with the second person name. Like for example, my brother and my sister. All right, let's keep going. I'm sure that you are doing an excellent job. So we have grand, and now grand means when something is big or when something is large. You would say that is grand. All right. Now let's call the other part of the word. Mhm. Or TNH together in this word makes the sound. TNH, a lot of times you would hear the sound that it makes with your tongue between your teeth. You hear the sound you hear would be s, but in many cases you hear d also. So in mother, you would hear d. So you hear mud, and the ER says The Americans would roll the so you hear mother, The British would make it short, so you hear mother, mother, like a schwa sound, you hear mother. So the word is mud, mother, mother. All right, so let's put the two parts of the word together. Grandmother, grandmother. Remember, grand means something being big or large. So this is simply saying that the bigger mother or the larger mother. The bigger mother would be your mother's mother or your father's mother. That is whom you would call your grandmother. So your grandmother is your parents' mother. All right? If you think you got that, put a thumbs up in the comment section. Now let's add S to the end of the word. We say grandmothers, grandmothers. All right, you got that. Yes, you're doing very well if you got that, guys. Our next word, spot the INR in the word, making the sound er, and we can spot S and T, can blend together to make a consonant blend at the end. We hear st. We put it all together, we hear first, 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 first. When something is first, it means that that thing is in the number one position. All right? That thing is in number one position, or it is before every other thing. So let's say that you're running a race and you came first. It means that you were the one in the number one position, or that you were the one that reaches the finishing line before everyone else. All right? If you think you got that, then very good. All right. Our next word, we hear A and W together make the sound or, or, or. We hear or, or. We hear oh. Then you hear A and R together making the sound ah, ah. Then you add the D sound, so you hear ah, and then you hear woo, ah. Okay, so you hear ah, Odd. Okay. A w- odd. A word. A word. The word is a word. A word. All right. We got that, guys. You got it all together. All right. How is it being, guys? Are you getting the words together? I hope you are. Let's keep going. All right. So let's read through our first line, guys. Let's read through our first line. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? I'm ready. So let's go. This was Michelle's grandmother's first word. Are we ready to go again? Let's try to go a bit faster. This was Michelle's grandmother's first word. And you would hear me say grandmother. That's because I only use it British English, where I pronounce my do. So I say grandmother. The American English would say grandmother because they will exempt the sound, so you will not hear the d sound. You hear me say first, so you hear the t sound at the end of first. And that's because I'm using British English, where we pronounce the t sound at the end. If you don't use it American English, then you will not pronounce the t sound at the end. Instead, you would say first. Instead, you would say first. First. All right? Yeah. So what is an award? What is an award? I'm sure that you have maybe collected an award before, or if not, you have seen someone collect an award. So an award is actually like a prize that is given to you, and this would be for something that you have done, or it would be like an official payment or something to compensate you for something that you have done. Okay. So when you are given that prize would actually be like a recognition, or it will be given to you like an honor of your achievement. Okay. So, for example, when you have done well, maybe in athletics, maybe in some sort of sports, or even within your academics, you may receive a certificate, you may receive a medal, a trophy, you also may receive a reward like a gift. All these, they can be termed as an award. They can be termed as an award. All right? If something is granted to you, like for example, money, that can be an award too. All right. So if you have all those together, guys, then you are doing extremely well. How do you feel, guys? How do you feel? Let me know. Do you think that you are understanding the meaning for all the words? Please let me know, guys, in the comment section. Comment in the comment section, guys. Let me know who's here with me so I can say hello to you guys. And don't forget tonight we are shouting out our new subscribers. Tina Singh, Vincent Tien, Mutin Tin, Niti Nidin, and also Alishka Kuka, Alishka Kuka. All those are our new subscribers. And if you guys are here and you have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe so that in our next video, we can be sure to give you a shout out. We would always like to give our new subscribers a shout out. All right, guys, so let's keep going. Our next word, we have would. Here we can add the ing together to say in, because we have the I makes a short sound in. So we say would in, win. So this is a small word in. And then because the two N, they're making the same sound, remember, we will make one sound for them. Then we add the ing sound. What sound does ing make to do? And throughout the night, guys, I want you to remember the song because we have more words with ing. We have this one, this one. So let's pinpoint the words very early. So when we get to them, we can remember the song. All right? Let's pinpoint the words early. So when we get to these words, we can remember the songs. Remember the song for ing. We hear the I makes the sound in. Then the energy together, join together to say mm. When we put them together, we hear in. So ing together makes the sound in. So now we can call our word. We hear would in. This is a small word in, or we can say it for the I sound and me for the N sound. Put them together, we have in. So we have would in. Two N make the same sound, so we only make one sound. Win and then in. Win, in. Win, in. When we put the words together, our word says win, in. Winning, winning, winning. What does it mean to win? I'm sure in your lifetime, you would have won something before, and one will be in the past. Win is in the present. So what does it mean when you win? If you have won something before, if you win before, type yes in the comment section. So when you win something, it means that you would have been the one that would have been successful. You would have been the one that would have been victorious. Or you can say you were the one that came first. So to come first would mean that you won. All right? Or that you win. To triumph would mean the same as win. To be victorious means the same as you won or win. To be successful would mean the same as winning. All right? So, guys, when we add ing, it just shows that the action is happening now, which means the action is something that is in the continuous tense. All right? Sit, guys. So now, remember we have already earmarked the words that has ing added to them so that when we get to those words, we remember the song for ing. Remember that the I makes the sound A, the energy together makes the sound read. When we put them together, we hear ing, ing. All right, so once we know that part of the word, what do we do then? We are now going to break the other part of the word. We have put A and I together makes the sound A because the A makes sound, the I stays silent. So we hear A and MNT together makes a blend. We hear neat, neat. Let's put it all together now. Put A, neat. When we get the word, let's go. Put A, neat. Put paint, paint. What's the word? paint, paint. The word is paint. Now let's add the ing sound. In. The word now becomes painting, painting. What does it mean to paint? When you paint something, it simply means that you take a brush or you take something that can spread or wipe colors, a substance that has color over a surface. And this would decorate that surface, or it would be like a coating for the surface where it protects that surface. So what does it mean to paint? It simply means that you take a substance with color and you just spread it or wipe it across the surface. And what does that color do? It protects the surface or make a coating for the surface. Or if not, it would decorate the surface, which means it makes it look attractive. All right. Have you done that before? Tell me what you have painted before. Please, guys, get active in the comment section. Tell me something that you have painted before. What have you painted? I would love to know. Well, I have painted something before, and I can show you what I've painted before next time. So what I'll do next time is that I'll take a picture with it and I probably will put it on the screen so that you guys can see what I have painted before. All right. And you guys can be the judge to tell me if it looks wonderful or if it does not look so wonderful. All right. I would really love to know. I would love to hear your feedback. Or I would love to hear what you have to say. It would mean a lot to me. All right, guys. So now let's read that sentence from the top because you guys have done an excellent job in calling all the words. I expect you now to know the words. But before we do that, let's recall the words. Winning, winning, hinting, hinting, this, this, was, Michelle's, Michelle's, grandmother's, grandmother's, first, first, a word, a word, a word. All right. If you guys got all that together, I see that we are developing very nicely. And I love that. Hey, Sassy! So good to have you here, Sassy. Sassy, how are you doing? What time is it? It's morning time, isn't it? And I think it's a bit early in the morning. You're up early. Thank you so much for being here, Sassy. Such a pleasure having you, as always. And guys, Sassy is all the way in India. And she's one of our popular guests here on our channel. Yes, Sassy is one of our popular guests. And we are always pleased to have Sassy here with us. All right, guys, so let's get into the reading. And that's what we're going to be reading word by word. Then we're going to be reading fluently, which means we're going to practice to read that whole sentence in a fluent fashion. Let's begin. This was Michelle's grandmother's first word, winning painting. All right, so you have gotten those words. Let's read it one more time. This time we're going to read in phrase, which means we're going to read a couple words together. And this will help us with our rising and our falling tone, with our expression. Oh, Sassy says it's 5:44 a.m. Wow, Sassy. It's very early and we had a late night, but you made it here today. We are so pleased to have you, Sassy. Thank you so much for being here. Let's first, Michelle. Always before you read, take a deep breath in. Read. Sometimes, when you're looking at words on the screen, because there's so many words, they can become very jumbled. And sometimes that in itself can cause you to miss a word or even miscall a word because there's so many words that you're seeing at the same time. Let's begin. We want to read through now, and I hope that we're going to be reading very fluently without any mistakes. I'm ready. Let's go. This was Michelle's grandmother's first award-winning painting. One more time. Remember to take your breaths. This was Michelle's grandmother's award-winning painting. Ciao, guys. Very. And remember, we are practicing how to read English fluently. By decoding English words using phonics, we can do so much. Great job. All right. If you do not know this word, S and H together makes the sound sh. The E makes the sound E. Remember E at the end? In most words, it is silent. However, in smaller words like two-letter and three-letter words, you would hear the E calling its name. So the E would say E, E. So we hear sh, E, she. And who does she refer to? She refers to a lady, to a woman, or we can say to a female. Okay? She refers to a lady or a woman or a female. And it will be the same for animals. It will be the same for animals. All right. So let's go on to our next word. Our next word, we have N, G and R together, G, A. Remember when E is at the end, it is silent, and most times the vowel makes a long sound. That's where it calls its name. So we hear N, like in the rhyme, it's N in the word ten, men, pen, and then we hear G and R together, good. Then the N silent, and the vowel that comes before most time calls its name. So we get a vowel, so A. And we say that that's a long A sound. A. So our word here is engrave. Engrave. It has ed, so the ed would be known by the d sound. And why it would be known by the d sound is because of the fact that you can hear the can hear that song for the yes, can hear the V song because it's the more loud song, a song that is kind of nasal song, so you can actually hear it. When you can hear the song, you would always use d for the ed. So our word is engrave. When we add the ed sound, we hear engraved, engraved. The word is engraved. What does it mean to engrave something? What does it mean to engrave something? So to engrave something, it means that normally you would carve on the surface of a hard object. And what would you carve on the surface of the hard object would be that you would carve like a text or a design. So, for example, your name, you can engrave it on something. For example, if you have a bracelet that has like a piece, you can actually put your name on it by having it been carved or cut on the surface. And here they can put a text like your name, or they can put a design. That is what we call engrave. Another word you can use for engrave is the word carve, or you can use the word inscribe. You can use the word carved or inscribed. You can also use the word print. You can also use the word mark in some cases. You can use those two words too. Okay. Our next word is a very small word, but some of us we have trouble with small words. So we hear wood, the short IA, the TH come between our teeth. So we hear wood, if, wood, if, with, with. Unlike in the TH for the D, this we hear D, TH here, we hear tongue between our teeth. So it's a soft sound here, but in the word this, we hear the D sounds. All right. Our next word, we hear wood, O and R together, or wood, D. Our word here is wood, word. This is the word, like that we're seeing on the screen. And then we add S, we hear words, words. How do we know what words are? How do we know what words are? So what can we say that words are? All right. So words would actually be when you that are placed in uh, I have to check back to see where we actually stopped. I am so sorry. That happens sometimes. My apologies for this. But we will continue. Don't worry, where we have left off, we'll continue from there. I'll just see where hmm, the video had paused, and we'll continue from there. So guys, wow, you guys didn't hear a lot of me, no. I didn't realize that, guys. When I was getting reading and the guy. Oh no, you guys got a lot. It just paused right there. I'm just gonna rewind a bit to see what you guys want to see. Okay, just take a little bit. Let me see what you're missing. Guys, and you said bit. And nobody said anything to me. Wow. Guys, you missed a lot. Guys, I'm here. I'm just rewinding to see what you guys missed. Because it seems as though you guys missed a lot. Since this is the last word that you guys heard was word. That's funny, guys. I actually find it very funny. I'm sorry, okay, but I found it very funny that the last word you guys heard was word. Nobody said anything. I'm so sorry, guys. Because I'm gonna start over from word. Because as you notice on my screen, I've already reached to the word make, and I've even been doing the small words. And I didn't realize that you guys were not seeing the screen. So my apologies. I'm so sorry. You know who's there with me, guys. Please comment in the comment section. Let me know if there's a well. All right. Honestly, I don't take it in any way to uh feel anything else. But I'm so sorry that you were there and you were seeing black sheep all the while. The last word that we actually heard was the word word. But guys, give me a check. Let me see if you say anything. All right. So let's continue. So our last word, we had already read all these words. This was we shall grandmother's first a words beginning painting. She engraved it with the words, and that's where you stopped hearing. All right. So now we're going to move on to our next word. So this word we have done here before, the first part. So we hear G and R together make the song verb. When we see the small word on, when we add to it, we have and. So brand, which means something that is big or large. Then we have ma, ma. So we have brand, ma. And grandma is the same as grandmother. it means the same thing. Grandma is actually your mother's mother or your father's mother, the same person that you would call your grandmother. However, this is just a short way of saying grandmother. All right? A short way of saying grandmother. Let's keep going. Our next word, in this word, you will hear the Y make the sound skip. The Y make the sound you. And the O and W make the sound U. And you put them together, you hear you, U, you, U, you, you. Remember, OW can say O, and it can also say OW, and and U. All those sounds. So there we hear U, you, U, you. And you, when we use the word you, we would often use it to refer to the people or the person that someone is, the speaker is addressing. So the people or the person that a speaker is addressing, we would use you for them. All right. So for example, if I am speaking, I would ask, did you hear me? Did you hear me? So the person whom I'm speaking to, I would refer to them as you. When it's more than one, I would refer to them as you. It's used to refer to any person in general as you. All right. Our next word in together, we give the AR, make the sound of R, R. And the E is silent. Our word is R, R. Be careful whenever you see this combination in a word. For example, in the word here, you would see this combination. The ARE would make the sound A. In some words, it would say R, but hardly would you find it in its words saying R. A lot of the times you will hear the sound A, right? So be very careful. When it stands alone, you always hear R, R. All right, so let's keep reading English. And I hope that you guys are having fun as we read English. Our next word, the TH makes the sound d, d. So we hear d, and then we hear the E makes the sound d. So d, E, d. Sorry, this is a mistake, guys. Yes, this word can be pronounced as d, E, D. However, it will be pronounced as D when it comes before a word that begins with a vowel. So this word does not begin with a vowel, so I cannot use D. Instead, I will have to use D, and the E will make a short sound that says So it would say D, D, All right? When the word that comes after begins with a consonant, you hear dot. When a word that comes with a vowel after it, you hear D. That's how you know the difference in using the different pronunciation for that word. Okay, our next word, guys, we hear put a because the is at the end silent, the is at the end silent. A lot of times we hear the vowel that comes before make a long sound. That's where it calls its own name. So we hear put a pave. Then we add the AD sound. The last sound in the word, we can hear it. So it's a paved, paved. Our word is paved, paved. What does it mean to pave something? So to pave something, always think about covering something. So when we pave something, it simply means that we are covering it, right? So, for example, if you are paving the floor, it means that you are covering the floor, all right? And a lot of times when the word pave is being used, you might think about cement, you might think about what we call mortar, you might think about bricks and all that, right? Because a lot of us, that's the um, idea that might come to mind because that's the one that we are most familiar with, right? But we can pave using other things. For example, anything that covers something, you can say that it has paved it. All right. Once the area is covered, then you can say it has been paved. And in most cases, we would only use it when it's like covered with something that's hard, or when it's covered with like concrete or bricks. That's when we say paved. However, other things can pave once it covers the area. All right? Maybe it may not be a permanent pave, but once it covers the area. Our next word is the word wood. The N Y together makes the sound pave. So we'll say wood, a, wood, a, way. Sorry, guys. When we use the word way, so if I say I like the way you do something, then I'm simply saying I like your style of doing it, your manner of doing it, or your method of doing it. Or I like the process that you use, or I like the means that you've used. I like the routine that you've used, or I like the technique that you have used, or the procedure. All these words can mean the same as we. So, the next word we hear fruit and one out together make the sound for. Put them together, we hear fruit, for. Our next word, e, the other end makes a sound when it calls its name, just like we did in the word sheep, where the e at the end make a long sound. Remember we said when e's at the end in shorter words, like 2 and 3 letter words, a lot of times you don't hear the e call its name. We call that a long sound. All right, let's keep going, guys. And me would refer to yourself. Me would refer to yourself. All right. So when I want to refer to myself, I would say me. Our next word, Annie, like an egg. Now let's say and. That's when we would use the word to join two things. So I'll say my dad and my mom. I would use the word to join two things, dad and mom. Next word, and um, um, um. Whenever we hear this word, think of yourself. Think of the first person. All right. So whenever you hear the word being used, think of yourself. Think of the first person. All right. Okay. And this would actually be when we're going to use those state of being verbs like you would use the word or in the case of when you're going to use it as a linking verb, that's where you use it before verb that has continuous tense. Our next word we have the word B, O. The O makes a long sound. Whenever O is at the end of the word, it can make two sounds. We can hear O, or in some cases we hear U, like in this word, and U. So we hear U in this one, but in go, we hear G, O. Then we're going to add ing. Remember, the I makes the sound A, the energy makes the sound need. So then together we get in, in. So we know ing says in, like in the word win, in, winning. In the word paint, in, painting. So we have just covered ing in those two words previously, and now we have covered it here. So when you meet another word with ing, I'm expecting you to already know that sound, right? So we are not really going to go over that sound. We are going to expect you to know that sound. So let's call the word go, in, going, go, in, going. When you are going, it simply means that you leave or you have departed. Okay? So when you're going, it simply means that you are leaving or you have departed or you have made a move. So you have moved. All right. Going can also mean that you are also doing something quickly, depending on how it is used. Our next word, mm, we must be at the end, silence. The vowel that comes before will make a long sound. In this case, we hear the vowel say A, that's a long sound. We'll call it same, so here, E, make, make. So the other end is silent. Always remember the E for spelling purposes. Try not to forget the E when you're spelling. It is so important. Okay, guys, you got that. You got it together. Our next word, we have chorus word already. So, one says So we hear you. You. You have this word right here. So it's a word that you should remember by now. All right. So you hear the Y it sounds you. You hear the O and you say you. You. All right. Our next word seems like a long word. However, we can use the ly by itself because we know ly at the end of the longer words make a re sound. So you're going to hear e, li. Okay, let's now look at the beginning of the word. You have two letters here that were joined together to make a rhyme. We hear X, and also they can make what we call a prefix in words. All right. So whenever you see the prefix X, it actually has a meaning. When something is an X, it means that that thing is a former thing. All right. So anytime you hear that word being used, it means that that is something of the past or something that is former. Right? Okay. Our next word. Sorry, guys, we have not completed anyway. Right. Or in cases, X can mean the same as author. So that thing has already been done away with. It's author or from, or it can mean not. Then we go to the next part of the word. We hear the T and R together, make the sound true. Then you hear E because the end is silent. Remember, the end is silent, the vowel that comes before. A lot of times it follows me. So here this one is the E, then me. So let's call the word now. Extreme. Right? You got all the parts. You have extreme. Remember, the at the end is silent when you're spelling, but it is there. And then, now that we know the word is extreme, we're going to add least. So the word is extremely, extremely. What does it mean when you talk about something being extremely? When something is extremely, it means that that thing is at a great degree, right? That thing is like at a really high level. That thing is extra, or that thing is very intense, or that thing is, let's see another word, very. When we add very to it, right? It's very great. Or you can say that that thing is exceptional. Or we can even say that it is especially right. Our next word, we have PNR together. So then we have four you together, making the whole sound here. So we have proud, proud. And remember, onion has lots of different sounds. Okay? So a word is proud. Like, what does it mean to be proud? I'm sure that you have been proud before. What have you been proud of? Comment in the comment section and tell me something that you were proud of. So when you're proud of something, it simply means that you have a feeling of satisfaction, right? And that you may have achieved your thing, or it may come from something that you possess, or it may or own. It may come from something that like one of your qualities, something about you that makes you proud, or it may come from somebody that you're very close to, right? Where you feel very pleased about an action that you would have done, or you're happy, or you're joyful or delighted about something that you have done. Okay, so proud is actually like a glad, happy feeling, a feeling of honor where you feel appreciated, or you feel, we can maybe even use the word satisfied. Yeah, you feel satisfied when you're proud. However, proud is not something um, good in some senses, especially when it relates to you. Being proud about like your qualities, about your achievements and stuff like that. Uh, like it's not such a good thing to be too proud. So let's go ahead now and let's begin. And so we're going to be calling the words again. Remember this word N, good. It leaves at the end silent. The A makes a long sound. We get if. So it's N, good, if. And we add the sound for the easy, which is the D sound, because the last sound we heard in the word is D, and brave, because we can hear the sound, we would add the D as the EV sound. So we get engraved, engraved. And remember when something was engraved, that's where you make a carving of a text or design um, on that thing, on its surface by cutting into it. So the next word, grandma, you are the paved way for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud. Now let's read by phrase. Remember, when you read by phrase, we're reading a couple of words together. All right? So we're reading English, reading a couple of words together. Let's begin. She engraved it with the word grandma. You are the shade. So this should be we are the one. So one should be here. The one that paved the way for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud. All right? So that's what it should be there. So this is going to be the correction for that. Let's get the correction there. Then is about is always works, but sometimes anything can happen. Okay? So let's just put in the correction. We are the one that believe. Okay. So now we have it together. So that's how it should be read. You are the one that believe. And sometimes it can be very hard to spot it at the time of doing things. Only after you realize. And that's why it's good to be able to read in context. Because if you can read in context, trust me, you're going to see all that is not supposed to be there. And one thing I should tell you is always be okay with making a mistake. Because at the end of the day, it's time, right? Once you're able to correct mistakes, be okay with making mistakes. There are lots of English learners who are not comfortable with making mistakes. Trust me, it's fine to make mistakes. Once you're able to correct yourself. And for me, that's what I always advocate. So let's go ahead and read the sentence. She engraved it with the word grandma. You are the one that saves the way for me. And I'm going to make you extremely proud. All right, let's try that one more time. Let's try it one more time, guys. She engraved it with the word grandma. You are the one that gave the way for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud. All right, how was that for you guys? So we have one more sentence to do. Let's get that one finished. All right, then. So we're ready to go. Become ready. Right, ready. We're ready to go. If you're ready, say me. Say ready. All right, so our next word, we have a, then we have t, and then the e and I says for. So we have a and after, after. Already? After. When something is after, what does that mean? When something is after, what does that mean? To be after, what does that mean? So I'm sure that you're familiar with after, what it really means. So when something is after, it means that that thing is actually following. All right? It is following. It means that it is later than whatever we're talking about. It means that that thing is basically behind, or that thing will come later. All right? Our next word is eat. So here, sorry, a, a. Remembering some words, e, we can hear a for the e, or we can hear e. In this one, we're actually hearing a. So we hear this a, de, and then we hear o. So we hear de, o. Then we hear e, and so a word is de, o, and eat. So we have therefore eat. So last song here is the song. In the word root, the root word, the E at the end will be silent. Right? So the word will be spelled like this because the E at the end will be silent. Hence, that's why the A that comes before is calling its name. However, sorry guys, when you are adding ing, you would have to remove it when you're spelling. So always remember that. Hence, we do not see the E. And now the ing, what's on this ing again? We already made a sound when we said the word win and in, winning, king, and in, king. We already made a sound when we said go and in, going. So what now would be the sound? In. So we hear the I make the sound is, and the energy together says, just put them together, we get in. So the word is decorate is in. Decorate in. Put it all together now. Our word is decorating. Decorating. What is our word? Decorating. Decorating. All right. What does it mean to decorate something? To decorate means to add more to it, or to add extra, or to make it more attractive. So when you add more, you add extra, you simply make it more attractive. You make it look lovely. You make it look like something that everybody would want to look at or stimulate. All right. And you got that? If you got that, please comment yes in the comment section. So when you're decorating, you are adding more to it, making it look lovely or attractive. To decorate, to be decorating it means to adorn, to be adorning it, all right? To make it look more beautiful. Our next word we use the again when the th makes the sound z, and the e makes a short sound up because this word comes before a word that begins with a consonant. When it comes before a word that begins with consonant, that's when we use the. Then we have stick and sing it together. The U makes the oo sound. So it hears to oo. Then we hear d and e, the short I sound a, sorry, and o. So we hear short I and long o. Remember, sometimes three vowels come together, they can both make a sound. Okay, so in most cases, one will make a short sound, one will make a long sound. Sometimes we have both of them making the two long sounds. So we have stood, stood, A, study. O, studio. Studio. Or what is studio? Right. What is a studio? So a studio is basically a work room. A room where you do your work, we call it a studio. Where you study, we call it a studio also. The office can also be known as a studio. It is where you work or where you do some sort of production. You call it a studio, like in the case of filming and television English services. You can call their room where they produce television shows and so on a studio. All right, let's keep reading English, guys. I hope you guys are having fun reading English. It's so easy. So remember the word, the sentence, review, who, did, and if, and oh, let's put it together. Yes, did, who, did, a, study, oh, studio, studio, or workroom, or place where production happens. Or studio can also be used to refer to an apartment with one room that has like a bathroom, kitchen, uh, with a living room and a bedroom all in one. You will hear oftentimes people refer to it as a studio. In this case, a studio here is actually a workroom or a room where production happens, like in the case of artwork, and you have a painting studio. In the case of television and um, those services, you will have a filming studio. If it's camera work, you have a camera studio or a photo studio. Our next word, and, and. And this and is when you join two things together. So, like, say you're talking about a boy and a girl. You say a boy and a girl. Our next word, sleep. O W together makes a long sound O. So you get sleep O. And then you add NY. Remember when the word is a longer word, the Y at the end will make the E sound. If it's a shorter word, we hear the Y at the end make the O sound. So in this one, you have E. So we say E, sleep. When we put the whole word together, we have sleep, oh, slow. And that's the root word there, slow. You can also break this word by saying low. If you can call the word low, you can add to it and have sleep. You have and low, slow, and then the element is me. Put it together, you have slow, sleep, slow, sleep, slowly. What does it mean to do something slowly? And when you do something slowly, some persons may say that you are like a snail. You are like a snail. So when you do something slowly, it simply means that you are not quick at all. It means that you act with a speed that is little by little. All right. So when you go slow or slowly, it means that you are not quick, that you act as if you don't have any hurry in the world, that you move at a pace where you do bit and you bit, little by little, step by step, where you are not hurried. Or you can say that you are unhurried. All right. And you know, a lot of the times when you move slow, you hear people say, "You like a snail." Have you ever heard that expression before? You are like a snail. Are you like a snail? Are you act like a snail? Whenever somebody says that to you, they're simply telling you that you are very slow. because snails they make story. All right. Our next word, the C makes sound like K, so we get K. So we get and sun. And we know that small word from the word sun. We've been doing that all along. Sun, because we have two N, they will make the same sound. So we will make one sound. So we have stand, and then our in. And we remember in by now? I'm sure we can. So ing makes the sound in. So we put them together. We have scan, in, scanning, scanning, scanning. What does it mean to scan something? Or what does it mean when you're scanning something? So when you're scanning something, it means that you're taking a look at it or you're observing it, right? When you scan it, it means that you're going to study it or you're going to examine it to look at all of the parts that you're going to inspect it, that you're going to scrutinize it, right? That we're going to watch it carefully. That's what it means to scan it. All right. So our next word is then the word says owl, 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 and then we can put the N together to make the N sound. So we get around, around, around. Okay, or we can say round if we make the word round, and we can add at to it and say around. Good, you got all that together. If you got it, let me tell me. Got it, got it, got it. Say, got it, got it, got it. You got it, you got it, you got it. You got it, guys. Guys, comment in the comment section. Let me know that you have it if you have it. All right? Let me know if you have it. Say, got it, got it, got it. That's all I want you to say. Got it, got it, got it, got it. All right, and next is guys. We get it. All right. We have this same word. We have covered this word before. Listen, H makes the sound sh. But at the end makes the E sound. So we get sh, E, she. And we said she would refer to a lady or to a woman or to a female or to a girl. All right. Our next word, we have the word C makes a sound like in the word scan. Listen, see there? And then you hear put all three together, screw. Then E and A together. The E makes a sound, E, the long sound. The E stays silent, so we get screw in. Scream. So the word is scream. And let's add the ED. The ED is going to make the sound. Remember when you can hear the song, the last song, always add the song for the ED song. So we get screamed, screamed. Our word is screamed, screamed. All right, guys, screamed. What does it mean to scream? When you scream, you make a loud noise, like you say. That's like screaming. You make a loud noise, you say, when you got that loud cry or that loud expression of emotion, like you're feeling a pain, a long, loud expression of cry, we would say that you scream. And here we see the word written in the past tense, scream. Then we see the same word again, but now we should make this word and we get this when we don't do things. My phone and my bag and get it. And this one, SNH makes the sound sh. O makes the sound ow, cow. Then you have t. So wish. Out, shout. Our word is shout. Can we see the small word ow in it? Yes, we can. So we see shout, and we add the ed sound, which would be id, because whenever the word ends with t or d, the ed will make the id sound. So we say shouted, shouted. The word is shouted, shouted. All right. So guys, if you that's all that, then you got it for better. When someone shouts, it simply means that they have done it. So we just did scream, and now you're doing shout. What does it mean to shout? So shout actually means when you yell or when you cry out, we would say that you shout, right? It's a strong emotion, it's a loud cry. Or you can say that it's like a yell or it's like a loud call out. Like when you call someone and say, hey, a loud call out, you call it a shout. All right, guys, so you have all those together. We are doing very well. So we have one more line to do it, a few more set of words, and then we're gonna read from the top. All right. So let's go. Remember, this is our final reading on the topic. 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 All right. So the next word, this is I. Then we do did, id, did, and you see id here, like in the word live and mid and read. We have that line. So did, did. When you did something, what does that mean? You did something, what does that mean? It simply means that you carry out a task, or it means that you undertake something, you completed something, or you have finished something, you were able to pay off something when you did something. You have the same small word here again. It, it, right? Remember, short out it, it. Our next word, we have the end silent. However, here we're going to hear a short song, we're going to hear act. In the word brave, we're going to A, when the E is silent. In the word pave, we also hear A. So paved, we hear A. But in have, we're going to hear the short song, so we hear act. So we have, have. So you see why it's important in English to learn words too? And that's because a lot of the words sometimes do not follow the same rules. So they can look like they have the same endings or like they have the same variation in terms of the letters that are used. However, the sounds can be different. Okay? So always try to learn the words too as full words. And that will help you a lot with reading fluency. Okay, guys, what does it mean to have something? What does it mean to have it? So when you have something, it simply means that you own it, or you're holding it, or you are the one that possess it when you have something, right? Our next word, meaning the Y at the end makes the I sound. And I might tell you why at the end makes the I sound in shorter words like my. So me, I. Our next word, the W makes the sound O, and the N makes the sound mean. Put together, own, own. So word here is in When you own something, it means that that thing belongs to you. It means that it is yours. It means that it is your property. All right? And the final word in this page is to put. The U makes a sound like A, the short I sound. The S there makes a sound like this. So we hear B is, and then the I here is silent. So we hear is and S. Two S make the same sound, so we make one sound. So we hear S, ness. Put the two parts together, we have two is, S, business. Always remember an I is right here, but that I is silent. When you're spelling to, remember that the U, it's a U making that short I sound like A, and it's a S making that sound like Z. Remember, sometimes in some words, S will make a sound like this. And most of the time when it comes before a vowel or after a vowel. And most of the time the vowels will be E, A, or I. Those vowels is when the sound will change to. All right, guys. So our word is business. Business. What is a business? What is a business? All right. So a business is actually your work. It's your occupation or your profession or your trade. Whatever you do for occupation, for your profession, or for your job, or for your trade, you call that a business. It's a line of work, or it's a job, or it's a career, or it is a position, or it is a trade. You would call it a business. Business is also a commercial activity. So any kind of trade activity, anything that means with trading, anything that deals with like bargains and negotiations and some sort of transaction, you can call it a business. Anything that deals with buying and selling, you can call that a business. All right? Or anything that deals with commerce, you call it a business. Or merchandising, if you're familiar with those big words, you call it a business. Good guys, so let's read through now that whole sentence. If you're ready to do that, let me. Then we're going to read through the whole story. All right, so let's begin. After which we're going to stop there for tonight. So let's begin from the top of the story. So now it's your turn to read in English, guys. And you're going to be reading this sentence where we have studied all these words and there's meanings. And I hope that you can remember the words. Those of you who have not joined, you might have to go back a bit so that you can get the sounds for the words, the pronunciation, and also the vocabulary. Let's go. Are you ready now to read the sentence? I'm ready. Let's go. After decorating the studio and slowly scanning around it, she screamed and shouted, I did it. I have my own business. Let's read it one more time. And this time we're going to start this to blunt. Let's go. After decorating the studio and slowly standing around it, she screamed and shouted, I did it. I have my own business. Were you able to do all that? I hope you were, because now you're going to be reading from the top. So you're going to be removing all the lines that would help us to remember the words. And so we're going to be reading from the top. Let's begin. If you're ready, so let's go. This was Michelle's grandmother's first award winning painting. She engraved it with the words, "Grandma, you are the one that clears the way for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud." After decorating the studios and slowly scanning around it, she screamed and shouted, "I did it! I have my own business." How do you do that, Robert? Do you think you're able to now read it slowly or by yourself? Let me guys. Please don't go ahead and let me know. Are you able to read it all by yourself now? Fluently? Come on, guys. Let's play. Just practice now to read with some English. And let's get what does about fluency. Ready to go? Let's begin. Ready. I'm ready. Let's go. This was Michelle's grandmother's first award-winning painting. She engraved. Great to meet a mistake, guys. We're going to start right there. Right, let's go. Let's go again. Let's look at sunrise. Let's go. This was Michelle's grandmother's first award-winning painting. She engraved it with the words, "Grandma, you are the one to do for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud." After decorating the studio and slowly scanning around it, she screamed and shouted, "I did it! I have my own business." How was that? Did you enjoy that reading? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you wish to practice one more time? Right, let's practice the reading English one more time, guys. Remember, reading practice in English. You should always try to do it often. That will help to improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, your intonations, and everything like that. All you need is the practice. The practice, you can become very perfect. Okay, let's begin. It's a minute. I'm very much ready. If you're ready, guys, tell me ahead in the comment section. Let's get it together. All right, because I'm not. Let's begin. I'm ready, guys. If you're ready, type ready in the comment section. Let's begin. This was Michelle's grandmother's first award-winning painting. She engraved it with the words, "Grandma, you are the one that creates the way for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud." After decorating the studio and slowly scanning around it, she screamed and shouted, "I did it! I have my own business." Wow. Were you able to do that, guys? If you were able to do that, please type yes in the comments. If you were not, it's fine. You're going to do it one more time. And we will just going to revise the words that we have done. Remember, we have done the words in parts. You should know the words by now. Despite you form them in parts, you should be able to call them as whole words now. So we're going to practice. Shouted, have, own, business, business, scream, screams, around, around, scanning, scanning, slow, slow, extremely, extremely, proud, proud, after, after, decorating, decorating, studio, studio, make, make, going, going, way, way, words, words, grammar, grammar, that, that, pave, pave, with, with, engraves, engraves, painting, painting, winning, 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 Michelle's, shells, grandmothers, grandmothers, first, first, a word, a word, a word, this, this, was. All right, guys. So we are going to be reading through one more time. And as you can see, my computer, its battery is going very low. All right. So that's telling us that we have come to the time. So let's read through one more time, and then you get to stop right there for today. Let's begin. This was Nisha's grandmother's first award-winning painting. She engraved it with the words, "Grandma, you are the one that is ready for me, and I'm going to make you extremely proud." After decorating the station and slowly scanning around it, she screamed and shouted, "I did it! I have my own business." How was that, guys? How was that? Well, guys, if you are able to read it at that pace and read it very fluently, then you are doing a very good job. You can even try to read it at a quicker pace. If you notice that you cannot go at that pace, as in that pace is a bit difficult for you, then take it slowly and then continue practicing to increase the pace. And as you increase the pace reading in English, then it's going to become very easy for you. So, guys, I want you to continue to practice reading in English and just try to break down your words, try to decode them the best that you can to make sure that you have given the best pronunciation. And that's what we do here. We practice how to break words in English, how to decode English words so that you can call them correctly and also for you to understand what different parts of the word means, for you to be able to apply that same thing to other words that you see. And this will help you a lot with your reading, your comprehension, your vocabulary, your spelling, and your grammar. All these reading sessions will help you with all those things as you continue to read in English. Well, thank you so much for being here. And we hope that next time you can be here again, which will be here again tomorrow by the bit of fall. Also, please help me welcome our new subscribers. And if you have not subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. If you have not liked the video, be sure to like the video. Our new subscribers are, you must sing, welcome, welcome, you sign. Seeing, welcome, welcome. Modu, cut, here, NDA, welcome, welcome. Alishbo, Ka, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. If I have mispronounced your name, then you can always come upon a session to give me the correct pronunciation for it. I would welcome every gesture of you giving me the correct pronunciation for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was so nice being here today during this session. And I hope I'll see you guys again in the section. Be sure to share it with someone who is interested in learning how to read English. Keep practicing, guys. Keep practicing so that you can master reading fluent English. Essentially, that's what we want you guys to practice. Practice, practice. So, do you guys have any topics that you want